Ned, you're about to finish, so
Yes.
what are you planning to do after this? What sort of employment are you planning to going into? Are you heading into the television studio or what?
No. Well, I actually have a full-time job at a restaurant apart from this, which is something I do to keep cash flow coming in.
Yep.
But
Yep.
at the end of this year, we do, as part of the industry studies, we draw up a business plan for running your own business, which is what I want to do.
Right.
So I'll use that business plan to then, as soon as I finish school, have already a business set up, so that once I've finished, I can automatically start doing the things I've just been doing. So sort of putting myself out there, advertising, finding new clients, and doing all sorts of videos. Hopefully I'll get a wide range of work, and that's what I plan to do as a career.
Wonderful. Yeah. So you're not actually thinking of heading in the television stream at the moment.
I've not thought about it. It's something that I would do if the opportunity came along, but it's not what I'm going to go out and look to do.
And it just goes to show there are opportunities that come from this course. You
Well,
don't
that's
have to
the
head
good
in
thing is, should I choose to do either or, I have the skills to do either or. So
Fantastic.
I could be doing promotional videos whilst doing a studio job on the side, that sort of thing. It just depends how much I want to immerse myself in the industry.
Yeah. Jacinta, you're gonna hope to go on to second year?
Yeah, hopefully advance.
Hopefully advance.
Yeah.
Now we're saying hopefully because there actually is a selection process into the second year.
Yeah, they look at your promotional video and sort of how well you've done throughout the year, and if you're really ready to go into advance and you really want, that's what you want to do, and so you have another interview and they talk to you a bit, but they all know you now, so
they
know who they're going to choose.
Exactly.
Not, so.
But it is a very tight selection process. We have a very tight selection process into first year, where there's a lot more people apply than get in. We take one group of about 25 students, and then in second year we reduce it down to about 18.
So it's not too many.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but some won't go on.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're hoping to go on?
Yeah, hopefully.
And then after that, what do you think?
I'd love to work in the television studio in the industry. I'd love to get into it. Maybe Australian dramas, something like that. That'd be my goal, to be directing or something like that. But we'll just see how we go. Try to get a bit of experience. It's always good to do a bit of work experience and build up your contacts while you're doing the course.
Yes.
But I think the more study you do also will help you, get into the industry later on. So.
I'm glad you said the more study you do, because NMIT has just begun the process of starting to write and develop a degree in television production.
Yeah.
It's still some years off, but its focus is purely going to be television, and it's going to be high-end sort of video stuff, and that's happening at the moment. It's still a long-term process, and that would give a degree qualification in this area. So
I mean, that would be great. I'd love to get a degree and go from there, but I haven't heard too much about it yet, but we'll see how it goes.
It's just in embryonic stages.
But no, definitely, I'd definitely consider it. I mean, it's really good to have all that. You can always. It's good to get all your sort of studying out of the way now and then go straight into it instead of coming back and forth. So definitely I'd consider it if it came up. So.
Yeah, from what I'm hearing about it, it's going to have very much a TV focus, which will be the only degree in Australia that does have a TV focus, which would be very exciting. Yes. So. Would you like our TV, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Now, we briefly mentioned teachers, without mentioning any names, but one of the things that we always talk about in TAFE is that our teachers do have real life experience, they have industry contacts, they know what's going on, they still may be working in the area. Have you found that to be true, and has there been a lot of could you say that the teachers actually bring a lot because of their industry experience?
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. Our multi-camera teacher, Cameron, he had a friend that came in and spoke to us, and he was a cameraman at Channel 9, footy show, I think, and he spoke to us about his experiences, and that was great just to learn about what he did and how he got through. So, yeah, he was one of his friends, and Cameron knows a lot about the industry. He's been working it for a while, so...
Are you trying to get good marks off Cameron?
Yes, trying to get through next year.
So they have got the industry experience, and that's really relevant.
And it's diverse experience as well. It's not just industry specific. There are other guys that have sort of run their own businesses and still do. Yeah. And they all have a real passion for the work they do, which is has such a sort of rub-off effect, you know what I mean? You can
I like that term, passion.
Well, it just helps you get into it because they sort of motivate you to do well, and when they're sort of telling you things that aren't to a right standard, it's not for a matter of just wanting to have a go at you. It's just sort of to build you up to really achieve fine product.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so you sort of take their comments on board, and it really helps you do
Yes.
other things in the future because they're sort of supportive of anything you're doing.
Yes, yeah, and the passion is that certainly that's what I sense in this area too, in this department, is that the staff are all passionate about it. They know what they're talking about.
And it's great
they're
too
as
for
excited
students
as
that are
anything.
passionate as well, because then you get that vibe going, and there's no sort of
yeah. And it's all these toys they can play with. They love that too. Yeah. All the equipment.
It
is good. Isn't it? I'm totally impressed by it, and I don't understand any of it at all.
Yeah.
All right, now, Jacinta, you're doing the Cert 4 in screen. Ned, you're doing the Advanced Diploma in screen, but we actually do have a Cert 3, and you actually came through that way, didn't you?
Yes.
The Cert 3. So
yeah, well, it's like you were saying before about the application procedure, and obviously they get a lot of applicants, and they sort of obviously going to pick the ones that they feel will do best throughout the course. But then for a lot of people who perhaps think that this is what they want to do and go straight into the Cert 4, they do have a Certificate 3, which is a part-time course. It's scaled down, but it still includes all the elements that you learn for the next 2 years. And that was really my turning point, because I was a bit unsure about the course, but I got accepted and decided this was the one I wanted to do. And throughout doing that Cert 3, that really just got me into it and made me think, that's it, I'm going to stay here, particularly at this campus, and see the course through to the end. Because the skills I learned in Cert 3, I was exposed to a lot of things that I'd never even thought of before, like graphic work and stuff like that. And then obviously we did studio work as well and single camera, and I just got into it all and really wanted to see it through to the end, which is what I'm doing now.
Exactly. Now, Cert 3 was actually a direct application, wasn't it?
Yes, it was,
So Certificate 3, students that would be doing Certificate 3 would be like yourself, who possibly are not too sure whether that's what you want to do, or might be people that miss out on Cert 4. The actual selection process of Certificate 3 doesn't finish until January, after the VTAC process is finished. Okay. So Cert 3, Cert 4, and then Advanced Diploma. Absolutely fantastic.
And then eventually degree.
And then eventually degree, which would be very exciting.
Yeah, which I've heard people in this industry, just from the work I've done throughout the TAFE, say, oh, you don't need a degree to work in TV, which could well be true. But from what I'm hearing around the place, it's going to allow people to specify in certain areas that maybe they're more interested in than others, like obviously studio and single camera production.
And it makes the industry more professional too. And when it's more professional, then you get more respect and status and better pay, and that's an important thing too, is that you're professionalising the industry also. So, it's not just a lackey's job, it actually is a well-trained, well-skilled employment that you've got there, which is really important. Now, at this moment, it's almost the end of the VTAC process, and so if you are interested in applying to the Cert 4 in screen, you go to your VTAC guide, and there is the normal VTAC application process, but we do require an extra supplementary information form, which is due on the 30th of October, and you can just download that from the web. If you want to find out anything more about any of the courses we have here in the screen television area, just go to the NMIT website, which is 3Ws, nmit.vic.edu.au. Thank you.
No problems.